And baby, get your bag back. And now you got your flashback. Had some trouble, but you passed that. Come on, little mama, let's go get the last laugh. Hey, and baby, get your bag back. And now you got your flashback. Had some trouble, but you passed that. Come on, little mama, let's go get the last laugh. Hey, I wanna grip it and hold it. Mama, let me get up in it. I'ma bend it and fold it. You know it. Hey, the way she hypnotized mine. Well, she hypnotized mine. Oh, my, that's fine. Hey, the way you fit in them jeans. Girl, for that, I'm a fiend. Think you got what I need. Hey, hold on. This ain't a drug you can wean. I can tell from what I'm seeing, you the girl of my dream. Hey, I can see from how she walked in the club. She could get a little rowdy. She ain't giving a fuck. All you fellas hella lame, so she leaving with us. So just a shaking that bubble all the way to the truck. And when we ride out, little mama gon' find out what it's like to feel the euphoria back in my house. Hey, we gonna party all night till the sunrise. Ride it, just ride, alright. And baby, get your bag back. And now you got your flashback. Had some trouble, but you passed that. Come on, little mama, let's go get the last laugh. Hey, and baby, get your bag back. And now you got your flashback. Had some trouble, but you passed that. Come on, little mama, let's go get the last laugh. I can see that you that bad type. Shawty on that nut up, but shut up and get a bag right. Hey, I can see that he mad, cause you growing living better while I'm gripping that ass. And I'm hearing that your baby daddy missing that ass. But she ain't even tripping, leave that trick in the past. She wanna wild out, put some drink in her glass. Casadores, Casamigo, Don Julio smash. Hey, she make it jiggle, then she laugh at it. You ain't been seduced by a woman that's looking back at it. Dag nabbit, having you at it like you a crack addict. Bad habit, jumping and jolting like I'm a jackrabbit. Bomb pussy, but I showed up and brought me a flag jacket. Grab at it, mama is spicy like she a sauce packet. Hey, young buck with an age bracket, but she loving how I attack it. We make it racket, mama. And baby, get your bag back. And now you got your flashback. Had some trouble, but you passed that. Come on, little mama, let's go get the last laugh. Hey, and baby, get your bag back. And now you got your flashback. Had some trouble, but you passed that. Come on, little mama, let's go get the last laugh.
I like that. I like that little melody right there. Hey, yo, what up, everybody on YouTube? How we doing today? Hello, it's the Big Mendo Interview. I've been waiting to do this for a while, man. We gonna chop it up, have a good time, you know. No drama, no bullshit. I'm gonna keep it real up in this motherfucker. You already know. So let's bring him up.
What it do? What it do?
What's good, my brother?
Man,
how we doing?
We out here. We doing the damn thing, man. It's all good on my side. How you doing? I know you said backstage that you had known me before the rundown. What song introduced you to me?
So the first song that I ever heard was let's see, where was it? This one right here. Go back to this. Yeah. It's actually the I Bow Down album, the one that I used for the background.
Okay.
Yeah, see that background right there?
That's crazy.
Hey, that's what I used for your thumbnail. So that song right there is actually one of the first songs that I heard from you. And
that's dope,
like,
man. I don't have a lot of people say that, so that's pretty dope.
So I'm big on YouTube, like when it comes to like looking at music and looking in videos, period. Like I like watching music videos because I like videography. That's actually something I would personally want to get into. So when it comes to music videos, I'm always looking at different things. And then like when I'm through doing my YouTube on Stone Dad and I'm talking to like people like Triple T, HBR, and all these other people, and artists get flipped through. So I'm like, oh, I hear her name, and I'm like, I'm gonna go peep this shit. You know what I mean? Like I gotta hear what you're hearing, and let me see what I think about this shit. And then there's certain artists like yourself I hear some of your music and I'm like, all right, well, I want to dip inside and hear about this motherfucker. Cause like I could hear his lyrics, but I don't know nothing about him. So how can I really deep dive into his music without, you know what I mean? Like,
right. I hear you.
my interpretation of your words could be completely different than what the fuck you write down on that pen and paper. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the beauty of music too. So, you
Fact.
can leave it to the listener to interpret it, however it should be or could be interpreted.
Yeah, for sure. And that's an amazing thing about music is it's a language in itself that everybody can understand.
Absolutely, man. I listen to some songs I don't even know what they're saying because it's different languages, Russian and Spanish and all this shit. But I mean, that shit sounds good, man.
Yo, I'll be
Music.
listening to some German death metal sometimes. I don't know shit that
I've
they're
heard
saying.
some of that, man. They
hard,
got some
bro.
German rednecks too. They got some
They
got
do?
some country rap stuff going on in Germany too. They will wild out there.
Facts. What up, Misty? What up, Spencer?
What's up, everybody in the chat? How we doing? That's crazy. So if you found me a year ago before the run, so that was probably right around the time that I got into it with Ryan. I was all over Chop's panel.
Yep.
And I was getting into it with Hosier and Dagburn. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. Okay. So glad you touched in on that. Currently, so I'm the guy that got Dagburn. Do you remember when Chop Easy ran a panel and it was all about Dagburn?
Yeah.
Someone ran him. He got so mad that he ran himself off because somebody pissed him off.
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, okay. So okay. All right. That makes a lot of sense. Well, we can talk again backstage when it's all done.
Right. Yeah.
Hell
so
yeah.
Just so you brought that up so I can give you an idea who the fuck I am, that's me.
Yeah, okay. Hell yeah. All right. I lined that up pretty good. That's good. Hell yeah, man. That was a crazy time period. It was a whirlwind of shit happening at one time, dude. Fucking
it's still
kind of going.
Shit's going crazy right now, bro. Shit's wild. But no, like, so what really got you into doing music? What inspired you?
Man, I've been doing music unprofessionally for a long time. Just it started with like the Little Tykes piano and shit like that when I was a kid. Listening to music in the backseat of the car, just like tapping my fingers on the desk or beating on the desk with pins and stuff.
Nice.
I've always had a thing for percussion. So I think my introduction into rap, I was in 6th grade and I was failing my language arts class with a 3.03. Okay. And so I tried to prove to my teacher that I could write, but the only way I was able to bring anything about was like a rap, like a freestyle rap, because I had no sense of melody or harmony or rhythm or anything like that, or how to, count bars. So I just wrote and I gave it to her and I failed the exam anyway, but she told me I was an amazing writer when it came to music. So from that point, it became more of a therapy thing. I would write my feelings or my troubles, and then it turned into writing. It started as writing how I felt, and then it became making the music that I want to feel, if that makes any sense. Because you listen to sad music and you get into a sad headspace, and it's just there's like my buddy Raj Wax, me and him are like night and day. He makes a lot of sad music, or it's got really deep tones and dark tones to it. I like the music that makes people want to move and dance, because that's my medicine. I want to get down, have fun, and also, it's hard for me to make sad stuff. I don't know. Some artists will probably know what I'm talking about, maybe not, but there's certain songs that I can write, but I probably won't be able to perform it. You know what I mean? Just like the emotional toll that would take. I don't know if I want to put that on myself yet, but Yeah, dude. I've been doing it a long time. I've only been doing it professionally since October of 2023.
Oh yeah.
So we just reached 2 years. 2 years in this bitch.
Hell yeah. How you liking it? Like, where's your headspace with all this? Because I know you've had, we're not going to go about any of the bullshit, but you've had enough things go on in life.
Yeah, yeah.
So and so, how are you in your head musically with all real life going on, everything going on? How are you maintaining yourself to just keep on just pushing through?
Man, that's a deep one. That's a good question. I I wouldn't say it's just one thing. I feel like it's a mixture of multiple different things that I value as important. You know, I will say I don't necessarily have an issue writing or anything. I don't really get writer's block or anything like that. It's more, I have, if I'm angry and I want to sit down and write a happy song, it's not happening.
Right.
Like I can't bring myself to put it on paper. I'd be lying. Like
Right. It
lying
makes
on paper. But one of the things that definitely keeps me going as far as the music is concerned for sure would be just the amount that I put in and the amount that I've lost. And it's just there's been a lot. I've only been in it for 2 years, but there's been a lot of war and turmoil and betrayal and lies. And it's the best thing I can compare the music industry to is high school. But with that,
I like that you put it that way, because that makes a lot of
but with it being high school, it comes with a learning experience if you want it to.
right.
Figuring out who you should and shouldn't be around, good influences, bad influences.
There's a lot of politics when it comes to the music industry.
Yeah, and
too.
there's little cliques.
We can't find it.
For sure.
So if I do if I say my second and third probably tie in together, it's just the therapeuticness of it for myself and for other people, because I've had several situations, and it's really unexpected songs too. Like I've had people come to me and say that Down in Alabama got them through some rough shit. I'm like, okay, that's a hell of a song to get you through some rough shit, because I'm getting pretty grimy. But it's just people have their own ways that they heal and shit, and I'm not here to judge. But
hey, shout
that
out
song
to
definitely
got
a lot off my chest.
banger,
And
by the way.
it really helped me when I was in the process of making that song. I was getting a lot of bullshit off of my chest, and apparently a lot of people liked that. A lot of people were feeling it. They felt the the grit in my voice, and I don't know. I just the therapeuticness that comes out of music in so many different levels and for different reasons for different people. I don't see a reason not to if I can.
Understandable, for sure. The therapeuticness, that it really is a benefit, because you're not only getting your stuff out there, like what you're going through in your head or your emotions, but then you have also you get the feel good, the dopamine from when you have certain people come up to you and say, hey, this fucking helped me get through this shit, and I feel what you're saying here. Like, and then they tell you that story and you're like, damn. Because like I don't do music, but as a content creator, I know, like, I've never thought anything about becoming big on YouTube or anything like this. I do this for fun. I do this for free. Don't care about getting money for it. I do this because I just enjoy doing what I do.
Right.
But what I get out of it sometimes is certain people will come up and send messages to me how, oh, you built my self-esteem, or you did this and this kind of helped me be able to say my voice on YouTube, or this, that, the other. And I'm like, dude, I'm a small ass channel. I'm just a regular ass dude, bro. But hearing that was like, damn, I
Yeah,
really
it's a
need to.
different feeling, man. I remember the first time that somebody said something like that to me, and I didn't even view myself as much. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I it was odd, man. You know, to walk into somewhere and feel, you know, I don't want to say feel like a nobody, but it's, you know, you don't feel like anybody special. And then somebody comes up to you and they're like, "Hey man, you made a major impact on me, or you made a major difference, and like you're special to me in my life." And this is the first interaction you're having with that person. It's a really humbling feeling, and it's also scary because it reminds you the power that you have in your voice and your influence, and how careful you got to be. So
Right.
that's a lot of the reason why I've been trying to settle down. You know, everybody knows me as I was the country rap villain at one point. I was the crash out. I was always pulling up on the panels and on my bullshit. Um,
Hey,
but it's kind of
I ain't
bad
gonna
for
lie.
business, you know.
It's kind of bad for business, but I kind of low key, I kind of fucked with that part aspect of you because, all right, you're young, right? You're what, 20, what,
23.
23? Yeah, so you're young. Um, the way as a 35-year-old man and seeing myself at 23 years old, right? I seen myself as a spitfire. Like I had fucking temper from hell. I was ready to fight anybody and everybody. It didn't matter. You just looked at me the wrong way, and I was like, "Look, you want to do something? Like, let's do it. Like, let's go." But now I'm 35. I'm not like that anymore. You know what I mean? So like seeing that side of you though, as an older person looking at it, I'm like, hey, I can reflect and I can relate. I already know where you're at in your life because you're 23. I've already been there. Now I wasn't a musician, but in regular life, I was there. I was 23 years old. I have my own family problems, this, that, the third, and I lived my life. So I can relate to that. That's another reason why I fucked with your music in the first place was when I caught on through your catalog, I was noticing you're not only a rapper, you got a voice. You can sing. You can sing your ass off.
I
Um,
appreciate it, man. I do.
you have different octaves and what's the word I'm looking for? Um, just the way you deliver. So depending on what you're talking about and what you're feeling in that song, your deliverance seems a little different in each
Yeah,
song.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's been a process because I mean I've been able. It's a weird thing to say, but the first song that I dropped was called Georgia Flow, and the video was trash. The song was arguably trash, you know. But I did that on purpose because I didn't want to come out of the gate with just, you know, like I didn't want to come out and immediately display all of my skills up front at one time. And so
Mm-hmm.
I came up with a plan. I mean, it was a good camera that was used for the video, but I had the video skewed and filtered so that it looked older and it looked rougher, like the older country rap videos. You know, we're talking like
Right,
the original Hick Life and Tennessee,
right.
Kicking It in Tennessee. You know, just like old grimy
That
looking.
raw footage, that
Yeah, yeah,
raw, yeah,
and it worked, and that got me my start. That got me my kick in the door. And then after that song, I did In the Bottom, which is it was a complete backspin, 180 on what I did with my first song. The quality had doubled, production had doubled, video had doubled, and I was trying to stimulate that growth, even though I knew I was already capable of doing these things. And so I've been able to sing the whole time. It's just I didn't want to be known. Okay, so like Chris Brown, I didn't want to come out too early with the singing and be
right,
known as the singing guy that can rap. I wanted to be known
right,
as the rapping guy that can sing. You know what I mean?
right.
So
That and
I
that
held it
does
back,
play.
and I still hold back. I've got 8 or 9 songs. They're all singing hooks, and they're fucking fire. Um, but I hadn't recorded them. I hadn't gotten them out, but they're coming.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah. Um, now you do shows too, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah. Um, what does what kind of vibes do you like to try to bring on stage for your performances?
turn the fuck up. Turn the fuck up. That's all I'm there to do. I pull up, we turn up, and leave. That's what I do, man. I love getting the crowd to yell. Like if you're in my crowd and you're not screaming, I'll get down with my mic and I will make you scream. You're gonna scream.
Oh yeah.
I like turning up, man. I like getting lit. I like smoking on stage and drinking on stage. I like wilding the fuck out. But at the same time, I like to get people tuned in when I perform my songs. I try to interact with people while I'm performing. I try.
Oh, we lost you. 1 second, y'all. Yeah, 1 second, you guys. We lost him. Well, while we were waiting. Oh, never mind. We got him right.
That's my fault.
Nah, you good. You straight.
So yeah, when I perform my songs, I try to be as interactive with the crowd as I can, bro. Like I think the biggest thing that I do is I try to get the crowd to chant in between every song, do a lot of yelling. But it's also, when I get done, or when I get to the last part of the song, like let's say you pull up and I'm performing something you haven't heard before. By the time I'm done and I'm on that last hook, I want everybody to know the words. I want to make them feel like, they just can't escape their brain.
Right.
And yeah, man, when people are having fun, if they can associate a great experience with your music, you're in. You just gotta be there
100%.
for the good time. You gotta be there for the good time, party, make them want to party. And that's also why I don't do the lower tones and darker tones, because I don't want somebody to come pay money to come to a bar and then get sad and shit. But there's shit out there for that. There's plenty of people who do it. There's plenty of people who perform on it, and some people want to go and hear those songs live because of the value that it has in that dark tone and that deep tone. But me personally, I like to make people party, turn up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So with how long you've been doing it professionally, within the 2 years, the artists that you've maybe talked to, associated with, maybe not even associated yet, but want to, who would love to work with?
Who would I love to work with?
And it can be anybody. It could be mainstream, non-mainstream, doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, I've already got a song with Justin. It's not out yet. I'll tell you what. If I would have had the opportunity, because I wouldn't go for it now just because of health concerns, but I went to high school with Colt Ford's son. His name's Reynolds, and I've always wanted to get a song from Colt. I just can't get it. I just can't get it, dude.
Yeah, Colt Ford.
But I don't want to push it just with his health and everything. He's
right.
He's getting to be an older dude, and not saying he can't, but it's also I don't want to pester him about it. But I would love to work with Colt Ford. He's been in the business for a minute. He's seen the Nashville side of it, the Hollywood side of it, the whole 9 yards and all the way back again. So I feel like there's a lot of wisdom there that I could get from working with him, and it would be a great song. I know it would perform well. We're both from Georgia, both from Athens, Georgia. So it'd be good hometown vibes.
Oh yeah.
On a mainstream level, though, I'm happy to say I would want to work with Jelly Roll. Shout out Jelly Roll. That man's been working.
Yeah, that man puts in work.
Hell yeah.
I grew up watching Jelly Roll when he first was like with Lil White, like pop another pill.
I remember Welcome to the Trap House. Yeah, before Struggle got locked down. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
Those some good days, man. But so as a young artist yourself, what would be some advice you would give if a younger generation were to come up to you and want
Holy
some?
shit, man! I've been waiting for this question to get asked the past month, dude. Holy fuck! Don't lose your cool. Oh my god! Like, do not lose your shit. It's not worth it. It's not. There's nothing cool about it. It's nothing to be proud of. I I even said it the other day on Chop's panel. Uh, I go back and I watch the footage of me snapping on old Turkey Boy, and
Gobble.
yeah, and I just I look back and I watch it and I don't. It's disgusting to me, man, because my kids look me up and see that shit, or a stranger, or
The business aspect of it.
yeah, man, it's just it's not good for it. You don't want to portray yourself like that. You don't want that floating around out there. And I get that shit happens and people fuck up, but there's been a couple of situations recently where some young artists losing their fucking mind over ignorant shit.
Yeah.
Also shit that they signed up for, by the way.
Yep.
But
For sure.
just like keep your
Shit was
cool,
wild.
man. Because I'm starting to see the benefits of it. Like I would be lying if I said that I got more rewarding experience out of flipping the fuck out than I do just like sitting back and watching everything transpire and take place. And it's also so peaceful over here on this side, bro. Like when you're not losing your shit and you're just watching everybody else lose their shit. It's an interesting day every day.
Well,
Every
also,
day is
you
some
gotta
shit happening or somebody's doing something.
You got to take it also when you're flipping your shit, right? You're not able to see everything in front of you because you're so
Tunnel
focused on
vision's a
what you're
bitch.
flip. You know what I mean? So when
Yeah.
you're not flipping that shit no more, and you're just sitting back for a moment, you really get the big picture of everything, and you're like, dude, what was I flipping shit about in the first place? Like, was I?
Well, and I mean, there's been
know
a
what I
couple of
mean?
situations recently where I've wanted to flip shit. I'm sure you've seen and heard about them.
Yeah.
It's been a
Certain
couple of situations where I wanted to flip the fuck out and lose my
I'm
shit.
fucking with him.
But
I'm
at the
35 years
same
old.
time, it's I would go from being pissed off to just like hysterically laughing. I remember I was on the porch just laughing my ass off. Like I can't even believe that all these things are taking place. Or like, okay, so for a young artist, another piece of advice would be understand that haters are fans too. Haters are fans too, brother. They can give you a good comment, a bad comment. You getting bread for both comments, buddy. It don't matter. It don't matter. Don't let that shit bother you. People are gonna hate you, and if they don't, you ain't got nothing to hate on. So you should probably work on that.
Right. Facts. So, being a young artist yourself and being on the rundown. Now, here's a good question for you.
Okay.
You brought up one of those situations, but we're gonna yeah. When it comes to being, you obviously have love for your craft, right? You put in your heart,
Absolutely.
in your right. So when it comes to people critiquing it, it could possibly be a little bit easier to be defensive. But how do you find yourself when you're on the rundown and you're hearing, like, let's say the judges giving you that advice about, like, for instance, I ain't gonna lie, I will tell it straight to your face. That first track you put in the rundown, I was talking mad shit. I was like, Buddha's ass out. He didn't even want to try, bro. He has way better shit than that. What the fuck is he doing? This is a competition. If you want to throw, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even not even being on some hoe shit. Like, no, I just know Big Mendo has a better catalog than he's putting dog shit in right now. And I was like, no, that's not gonna pass, bro. Fucking boot that shit and be like, nope, you better up next time because.
So that was my strategy right there. That was I wanted to put the boo boo first and then come in with the better shit, man. That was the goal. I literally hit the same shit. I was doing what Words did, sending in like older shit. I was trying to hit that bag too, man. Words beat me to it.
Hey, I mean, I've seen it, and man, don't get me wrong, I respect it in a way, I get it. But at the same time, in my mindset, I'm looking at it as it's a competition either way.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put my best of the best, but I am gonna put some hidden in it.
It
So
was
I
a coin
make
flip
it
decision, bro.
tone.
I can't even lie because I had a good song and then I had an and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I should do right now, so I coin flipped it straight up.
Hell yeah. I
But
mean, and hey, so speaking of the rundown, what as an artist of being on the rundown, what benefits did you see for yourself being on the rundown? What did you feel like you got from just
shit, man,
participating?
being on the rundown is a benefit in itself, man. Like, whether it's just because motherfuckers out here aren't getting 20,000 views on every live stream or video or whatever doesn't mean that you're not getting the exposure you need. And it's also new people, like, if you're scrolling on TikTok, a live will pop up. The same thing happens on fucking YouTube Shorts. You're scrolling through YouTube Shorts, a live will pop up. It's one of those things where you're giving yourself an opportunity for somebody who hasn't heard your music to hear it, or somebody who does listen to your music to hear new shit. And on top of that, you're getting constructive criticism from possibly somebody who could take you under their wing or maybe even help you out, give you advice, because I mean these guys that are on these panels are experienced artists. They know what they're talking about. They might be able to tell you, hey, I heard this in this mix, maybe you should raise or lower the EQ, maybe add some reverb, whatever the case, put a new mix on it. For me, I'm friends with half of the fucking panel, so I know that what they're telling me is honest. They're being as non-biased as they can. They're trying to critique me because we're friends, and that
Right.
for me is more beneficial in my eyes, just because at the end of the day, I know that it's all, it's a positive outcome for me. These are my guys. They're not going to steer me wrong, and also it gives them an opportunity to see what I'm capable of. When I sent in Last Laugh, that shit was a fucking curveball. Nobody was expecting that, especially since the whole situation that had transpired the whole week prior. Everybody thought that I was going to wild out, but instead, I send in a song that's more upbeat and happy, and I wrote it about the woman that I'm with now, which is very much so the reason that I've been able to keep my peace here lately and not lose my shit. Having somebody sit down, just calm down, chill the fuck out.
That's the beautiful thing of having a good
But
woman
they
by
were
your
like,
side.
we didn't expect Mr. Crash Out to send in a player ass song, but they were comparing me to 50 Cent. And I was like, 50 Cent made Many Men and he made In the Club, man. Don't put me in a box before I do. You know what I mean? I'll do
Right.
what the fuck I want. Okay, I can make whatever music I want. It was a self-proposed challenge making that song. Me and Raj Wax had a conversation, and he played me one of his old songs because I was like, you don't have any hot shit, bro. Like, when are you gonna get on some hot boy shit? And he
Right.
played me something that he recorded when he was 15 years old, and I was like, Raj, release this shit, dude. And I was like, I bet I can make one. I bet I could. And he was like, well, fucking do it then. I think I had it done within 2 days. I want to say 2 or 3 days.
Fuck yeah. A person I would personally like to see you with, Struggle Jennings. I think you and Struggle would throw down. I think the mixture of your taste in music and what you do and what Struggle does, and you put that two together, that shit would be fire.
That's crazy you say that, man, because Raj actually might be having an opportunity to do a song with Struggle here pretty soon.
Fuck yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, man. They've tossed some DMs around.
Did you want to take a minute to showcase Down in Alabama or Stuck in My Ways? Which one would you want to?
Man,
Or
we'll showcase Stuck in My Ways, man. I want to get that song out there. It's a great song. Me and Raj, that was the first song we ever collaborated on. And the reason that ever happened was because of the rundown. Now we circle back.
Right.
I was a guest judge on the rundown, and it was Cartoon, my friend, and Raj, my friend.
I remember that.
Triple T always does this to his friends. He puts the judges in a fucked up spot, man.
Yep.
He put me there, and I voted for Cartoon. I was the tiebreaker. I'm pretty sure I voted for Cartoon, but in turn, since I gave Cartoon that round, I came back to Raj and I was like, "Look, I want to work with you. I'm like, I'll put you right here up front next on my list, and we'll get some shit done." And about a week later, I was in Dayton, Ohio. We were recording.
Hell yeah. Well, let's get it. Let's put it
Hell
up
yeah,
here.
man.
This is stuck in my ways. But...
Sometimes I sit alone, wonder why you had to go die. Maybe it was infatuation with a hope that you could fly. I've been looking at things different, letting time pass by. Hopefully one day we can rendezvous, a cloud in the sky. Sorry to start off on this note, I should've came a little different. I've been battling these doctor notes and all of these prescriptions. I've been writing out for help, but still don't no one wanna listen. So I melt inside my house like it's a prison. That's why I
can't change. I'm stuck in my ways. And I've been trying, I've been dying for your sake. I can't stand to think about you, Lord, but I know I can't live without you. What can I say? Hey, I'm stuck in my way.
Lord, I've been dealing with conviction since I kicked my addictions. Hopefully one day you'll put me at the top. Some of the people went and prayed my crucifixion. Would fuck up my position. They didn't count on me to keep working non-stop. The one who put all of the work in, so cold under the surface. I can always change my ways, but they say nobody is perfect. And I live for a purpose, chasing after life. Who am I to deserve it? When it comes a day, would you dance on my grave and pull the curtain?
I'm stuck in my ways. And I've been trying, I've been dying for your sake. I can't change. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm stuck in my ways. And I've been trying, I've been dying for your sake. For your sake. I can't stand to think about you, Lord, but I know I can't live without you. What can I say? Hey, I'm stuck in my ways.
Man in the mirror's reflection, always questioning what I know. Like, am I wrong for trying to trap when I'm low? Losing direction, I've been stressing like I've been here before. I guess I'm good as long as I ain't put that stuff in my nose. Some pin me off for the flow. Hopefully one day I can go for the gold. Chase me a dream and I've been scheming like I need me some more. I called on Mendo for the style, just to rock out for a while. I need someone who gon' hit me while I'm down. And I can't change,
I can't change. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm stuck in my ways. And I've been trying, I've been dying for your sake. For your sake. I can't stand to think about you, Lord, but I know I can't live without you. What can I say? What can I say? I'm stuck in my ways. I'm stuck in my way. I can't change. I can't change. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm stuck in my way. And I've been trying, I've been dying for your sake. For your sake. I can't stand to think about you, Lord, but I know I can't live without you. What can I say? Hey, I'm stuck in my way.
Hell yeah,
That's
I'm really
fire.
proud of that record.
That is definitely fire, bro. Like, no cap. There's some parts in there that kind of gave me SMG Jimmy vibes.
SMG Jimmy, yeah, I can see that too, because Jimmy be getting down.
So when you throw your cadence in that chorus, right, and then at the end there, and you get into that little deep tone that you get when you're spitting, that resembles that. That kind of reminded me of Jimmy, because Jimmy does that with his cadence and his choruses, right? He'll get that singing going, and then when he gets
Man, Jimmy kills that 3-stack harmony. That Jimmy's on it.
Yeah.
Jimmy's on it, man. Jimmy's got some great music. That song Villain that he's got with
Yeah.
Target. Fuck, bro.
That's gas, bro.
I can bang that one till the speakers bust.
Facts. So on a regular day basis, Big Mendo, who is Big Mendo on a regular day basis besides,
Man, just a regular ass honky out here trying to get by. That's it.
what do you do for work?
Shit, man. I actually just moved to Ohio, so it's one of those
Shout
situations.
out
I'm also in some legal situations that also hinder what I got going on. But
Understandable.
for the most part, man, it's just music. It's just music, doing shows, shit like that. I just did a show in Columbus. We were gonna have the Redneck Rave up here, but that one at Honda Hills got canceled.
Yep.
And so it's just gonna be Burning Rock, but they're about to schedule the can't remember what they called the tour, but their bonfire tour. So I'll probably get some slots on that depending on where they go, because I know that some of the locations they pick are kind of off in Indiana and shit. That'll be a hard one to pull, but I'm here for the music, man. That's the whole purpose of me coming to Ohio. There are so many shows out here, and there's the music community has the South slapped. I hate to even say it because I'm from there, but it's the
lot of the country
really
rap
getting,
is in Ohio. Like it's Ohio, Indiana.
100%,
Really,
dude.
a
The
lot
amount of artists that are out here is insane.
Yeah, for sure.
The only decent place to get country rap shows in the South is Tennessee, but it's so watered down, and like the only good people that's really pulling up in Tennessee is Shaka.
Right.
And everybody else is on the Nashville cowboy hat, belt buckle bullshit, and I don't buy into none of that. I think the only people that get a pass on the cowboy hat shit is people like Colt, Colt Montgomery, who's been doing that,
Right.
Tyler the Truth, Tyler's hard. But yes, the South is dry as fuck, man, unless you're in Tennessee, and even Tennessee is kind of sticky territory. So, but in Ohio, it's out here, man. Rich Regal is out here doing his fucking thing. Justin's doing his thing. Chop's doing his fucking thing, and Chop works his ass off too on his convenience store, and then he's out here pulling up at shows and then doing his live streams. I mean, Chop just I don't know when that man sleeps.
Yeah, Chop is putting work.
Fuck yeah.
I would. I don't know if you know who Billy Blaze is in the council.
I heard the name.
Heard of them or the Weed Sue Heroes? I'm in close connections with them. They do festivals, and they do a lot of weed festival stuff. So, if you ever want to try to get linked up, I can possibly link you up with Billy or Matthew Cooper.
Yeah, man, we can do the damn thing.
I'm doing a show with over at their. They have a thing called Breezy Acres. They do festivals where they do camping and shit, and it's all about weed, smoking weed, good times. They got vendors, and they had the artists come up, do shows. Rich Regal's been there. They've had Little White already. They've had
right.
So it's been good vibes, man. So
hell yeah.
Something for you to check out if you ever, since you're already in Ohio. It's definitely a bonus if you're ever interested. I can link you up.
Oh yeah, man, that would be dope. We're trying to take over Ohio, man. Chop Easy's down there in Dayton. And then you got Rich, he's in middle Ohio, and I'm up here in northeast Ohio. So it's
northeast. Yeah. Okay, so okay.
Yeah. So yeah. It's
I'll tell you where I'm at backstage sometime.
Word. I got you. Hell yeah. Well, I know one thing. It's been interesting because I'm from Georgia, and the music scene out there is dense, very dense. The hip hop, R&B, everything. To come out here in
my homies is in Georgia right now, Columbus. And he raps. So.
Yeah, Columbus is rough, bro. Columbus is rough. They sleep on Columbus. Columbus is wild. Hell yeah. Tell your buddy to be safe. Yeah. So, it's been interesting because, I'm from Georgia, and the music scene out there is dense, very dense. To come out here in in Georgia right now, Columbus. Hell yeah, Columbus is rough, bro. Columbus is wild. Hell yeah. Tell your buddy to be safe. Yeah. Yeah, so it's been weird to I worked with 808, shout out T Will, but I got studio time to work with T Will for the song Last Laugh, and then the other person that I worked with was Ash Matthews at Smart Boy Studio. But it's really, it's an interesting experience when you're working with new producers or engineers and they're not familiar with you. If you do have some degree of talent, you're not just like making noise into a microphone, or like how to structure a song. Just certain things come into play,
Yeah.
especially when you're in the booth and you're trying to cook and this guy's trying to work with you and make you sound the best you can possibly be. When you show up and you already know your shit, you know what you need to do, and you're almost instructing the producer rather than the producer instructing you.
Yeah.
It's odd in my parts to pull up into a studio and know how to set up a 3-stack harmony with a solid, 8-count rhythm, and have your bars set up perfectly and everything. It's weird because in Georgia, where I'm from, it's pretty common if you show up and you don't know your shit, the producer might just give you your money back and tell you to leave. So I got a lot of compliments working with these people, and I'm just like astounded. I'm like, hey man, I'm just doing what I've been shown to do. So I think I'll be able to work really well with all the producers up here, just because I know what I'm doing on my end of it. They know what they're doing on their end of it, and they appreciate that. They enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
So I think it'll become good chemistry. Me being in Ohio, making music in Ohio, and plus, dude mixed the version that I dropped is not mastered. That is a raw mix, and even AQ Run It Back, he didn't have nothing bad to say about that mix at all.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to do like a rough master just so that I could release it, so I'm not blowing people's speakers out
Right.
with certain bass tones. But yeah, I came out of the studio with all around perfect mix. Car tests, soundbar tests, Bluetooth tests, everything came out good. It came out solid, man. So shout out T Will for sure.
Oh yeah. So in the near future, is there any big things you got coming up?
I do. I'm not sure what all I can speak on and how, but I will say what I know. Got a song with Chop Easy, Just in Time, Larry Del Reed coming out soon. We got to get a video shot and everything, but it's coming. It's in the works. Also have I think 2 other songs with Chop. They're going to be coming on his album. Got some songs with Raj, and then I have 8 or 9 completely solo tracks that I just got to go record.
Oh yeah.
They're completed. I just gotta go get it done. But for the most part, I'm just gonna be building my catalog, man, and trying to start back up. I've been hitting a lot of curves and corners and speed bumps, and so on and so forth. I'm on my second time restarting my distribution and stuff like that.
Right.
So this time I'm gonna come back at a different angle. I'm gonna release a lot of music, and it's not gonna come. There's gonna be some that are gonna come immediately with music videos, of course, but I'm not going to make it a point to make a music video for every single track that I release. I'm gonna drop short little EPs, 3-stack projects, and I have enough songs where I can create an LP of 20 or so tracks.
Oh yeah.
So it's just trying to get the music out there, do it in such a way that it can't be taken from me, or me stripped of the ability to collect royalties or anything like that, because it's a lot of different shit that comes into the music. And some royalties you don't just get, you got to go fucking find them. Like you
Right.
got to go to websites and hunt them down and collect it and claim the shit.
Yeah.
So it's a learning process for sure, man. Especially for a 2-year rookie that I'm not necessarily under anybody's wing. I've been doing this shit. I think the only person that really gave me any guidance on a hands-on level, probably be Mike Bama.
Okay.
So shout out Mike Bama, man. Mike Bama found me. He was the one that told me I should go to the studio and stop bullshitting. He was like, "You got some real potential. I think you should do it." But outside of that, it's just been me winging this shit, you know, just doing what I know how to do from what I've seen all the people I looked up to all my life do, like Ryan, Justin, Adam, Jelly, Demon, Jeff McCool. You know, I grew up listening to every single one of these dudes. I even sent Smo screenshots from when I was like 14, texting them like, "Hey man, I fucking really love this song." You know, just I've always been on the country rap shit for sure.
Hell yeah. So you talk about the crash out spot. You know, we had the crash out Big Mendo, and now we have more mature Big Mendo.
Right.
What took place in, besides just looking back? You touched a little bit on this. You see, you know, about your kids looking at it, this, that, the other in the business. What else took place to have you kind of swallow that pride or that ego or that anger to be able to take that step back and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch this fold instead of saying something?
A number of things, but it all starts with a woman. Like every beautiful story does.
Yeah.
I went through a number of things that I won't necessarily touch on with details, but took a lot of loss from the situation. Still trying to rebuild. You know, I don't even have a whole lot of clothes. You know what I mean? We're
Right.
middle of November in Ohio. It's fucking cold, brother. So, but it's really, it all started with a woman, and she's sitting right over here. But man, just sitting me down. You know, that's all it really took. Just sitting me down and explaining shit to me in a way that I'm not gonna fight the conversation or kick back or push it or anything. It's, you know, it's easier for me to understand. It's also, it took me having to trust what I was being told enough to have the patience to see it follow through and happen, and I did. So, with all that being said, the Chop was asking me. Everybody's been asking me my secret, man. It sounds cliche, but love, probably. That'd be my answer, honestly.
It's crazy what a good woman behind a man can do. Real
shit, man. Say that loud for the people in the back, because part of the reason, I would be wrong to say that it wasn't part of the reason I was a crash out, because I didn't necessarily have that. So it's
right.
You know, it's one of those things, bro, where once you get what you really need, not what you
want.
I mean, yeah, not what you want, because I didn't plan for it. You know, it's one of the situations where I don't know if I fell into her lap or she fell into mine, but somebody fell into somebody's, and we in this bitch. And not knowing that I needed it, I wanted it, and now I know I need it, and I still want it. So I mean, it's emotionally and mentally, God, I don't even know. It's like resurrecting a version of myself that I haven't seen. Just, you know, trying to find peace and be calm and not feel like lose my cool is too vague. Just not being patient enough to understand that there is shit that I can't control, and me getting mad about it is not going to fix a fucking thing. Not nothing.
Right.
And it's not going to change the situation. If anything, it's going to make it worse. Because decisions made in anger are never thought through properly. So, yeah, man. That's about as deep into that as I can go.
I feel that though, because I mean, like I said, you know, it's really crazy what happens when a man gets a good woman behind him. There's a lot of changes a man will make in that life just to keep that woman beside him, because he knows.
Man, talk about it, dude. It's like, but you're only making those changes because you want it to be them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a situation it works for everybody.
Yeah.
But I fight it. You know, trust issues, trauma. You know, whatever you want to call it, however you want to chalk it up. But
We all have that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I know what's good for me too.
Right.
You know, it's like
Right.
you know those green smoothies where you're not sure about it, but you know it's good for you. You know, and
Yeah,
you try
yeah.
it, and you're like, hey, that's not bad at all. I fuck with that actually. It's pretty fucking good, and it's good
Yeah.
for me. Hell yeah, double win.
Right. But at first, you're kind of
Yeah, you know, it's a scary feeling. You know, like how do I say? It's like it's I wouldn't it's scary wouldn't be the word. It's like an adrenaline rush. It's like you feel your heart in your throat, and
yeah.
you don't, you know, should I not, should I not, and then you know you take 1 foot off the ledge, and you're free falling. Feels amazing.
Right. Yo, and that's a lot of the times I have found, and this personally and through friends and whatnot, a lot of men, when they've had that good woman and they meet her, that's when they mature the most, because there's certain things that woman brings to him that makes him be able to grow in a certain way he wouldn't have been able to grow before, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man. There's also um uh I can't even say I made a good choice because I think she chose me. I think that's how that one went down. But I mean, dude, I don't regret it in the slightest bit. I'm not, you know what I mean. I there's not doubts in the situation just because like every doubt that I had got trumped in the last 7 days. You know, like it's just once you, I don't know. You ever been around somebody that whether they can help it or not, they're just right all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when I'll just keep it vague as possible because I don't want to get any bullshit or any backlash. But she gave me some advice on a certain subject. She was like, just let it play out. Just watch what happens. Let it play out. Don't feed into the shit. Let's just see what happens. And it took about 7 or 8 days, and results came through thoroughly, brother. And it, you know, Chop Easy posted it on his channel, and I was like, oh my fucking god, man! I mean, that is insane. It's insane. It took 8 days for Karma to just cram his foot in somebody's ass, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna listen to her. I think she might be right.
It'd be like that sometimes. And as a person, I've been on this internet shit for about 12 years, and I can tell you hella stories of things that I dealt with personally on the internet that you'd be like, holy fuck, really, dude? That's crazy. But
Internet's a grimy ass place, man. People feel a little too safe doing certain shit.
that's exactly it. Keyboard warriors, man. I mean, the internet does
Mm-hmm.
look for internet love, bro. That's what I always say. But and that, I mean, as an independent artist, though, you got to have some sort of presence on the internet, though. You can't.
Right.
It's not something you can go without at this day and age. You know what I mean? We're not out slanging CDs on the corner and flash drives anymore, or floppy disks and shit like that. You know what I mean? This is what we got now.
It's the digital
And
age, man. And this algorithm shit is no joke.
Yo, I'm gonna say this, like, the one we won't say, you know who I'm talking about. You know, 120 was a great guy, great musician.
Right.
Say that. His plan and what he was doing with the way he interacted with his fans, this, that, the other, the play part, right? Besides all the dog dirty shit. But the good shit, when he was interactive, that was a great way of growing as an independent artist, because you didn't just have the music, you had him sitting down being normal, playing a video game, or he sat there and was jamming the music with you on a stream, talking to you. And that kind of generated, and that internet stuff, like, Mainstream, you don't see that very often. You don't get that
No.
connection that you could with a independent artist such as yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's really hard to manage, because as a content creator, trust me, I deal with it all the time too. With all the hate, the negativity, the bullshit, the people talking sideways out the side of their neck. But you guys have it on a different level because you guys are more forefront than a content creator, I feel like, because we're kind of,
Yeah. I
we're
mean, you
there.
definitely put your life on display for sure.
We do, but we're still somewhat in the background, because I mean, if you look at it, an artist is, here's an artist. Like, look at TMZ, right? You got Eminem up here, TMZ's down here. They're famous. Everybody knows about them. They're popular, but they're not the face. The face is Eminem on the screen. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what happens when you got the YouTube content creators. They're the TMZ. They're showing the face. But
Well, and see, the beauty of it is like all that shit started with things like MTV, where people just played other people's music. That's how it all started, man. Like we're cycling back. We're cycling back, and that's so beautiful because this is still a subgenre. It's still a subgenre, and that is so close to changing. It is incredibly close to change. We've got Jelly Roll hitting the mainstream. We've got Bryce hitting the mainstream. Sierra the Rapper's hitting the mainstream. Jelly Roll's hitting the mainstream. Then we got fuck, man. I mean, Adam just did arguably one of the best tours in his life, and it's supposed to be the last one. But if anybody's seen that footage, man, that it's hard to not call that mainstream, man. I mean, there's artists out here that are knocking shit down, and they're not doing it quietly.
A lot of people didn't know this, and I don't know why, but Adam did get nominated for a Grammy at one point.
And turned it down, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that, man.
But see, a lot of people want to talk all this shit, and you know what I mean? They misconstrued shit because we can't paint the picture. We got to paint narratives on the internet. That's what we do.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, the internet's weird, too, because I've seen some shit where they were saying they tried to accuse Adam of photo cropping himself next to the president of the United States.
Yeah.
First of all, no, we're not going for that. There's so much video evidence and shit, but that's besides the point. It's just the links that somebody will go to try to discredit you is just fucking unfathomable.
Wow. That's wild.
It's insane, and they'll deep dive, they'll study you, they'll stalk you. They'll I mean, it's insane, but I mean. That's the beauty of being upfront. If you're not bullshitting, then there's not anything anybody can say that they don't already know or have an idea about, at the very least.
Right.
But when it's mainstream, and there's contracts involved and there's corporations and companies involved, you've got a gag order on you due to a contract, and now you can't go out. Now you can't do and say certain things. Now you can't, and that's all based on your contract. If you sign it, that's on you. That's Ryan.
You might be getting that $1 million, but what does it cost?
Upskirt. He ruined the view for record labels for the younger generation because I was one of those ignorant young artists that was like, oh, I don't want a deal. I don't need this. I don't need that. And it's like that's kind of the whole fucking point. To a certain degree, it's like you want to get that deal. You want this to benefit you in the long run. Nobody wants to sit and make music for 20 years and wind up in the same fucking spot. They're lying if I said that. Right.
Well, you also got to think, what are you wanting? Do you want to do a show with 100 people, or do you want to sell it out? Do you want to sell out an arena? Do you want to perform like?
Do you want to do bars, or do you want to do arenas? Do you want to? There's a lot of different things that come into play, and it's also, that's why I admire Jelly Roll and the process that he went through, man, because he saw the negative mainstream bullshit and also had an understanding for what was taking place before he ever got his deal. I'm pretty sure Jelly has an 80-20 contract, which is just like crazy. That's nobody has that. I'm pretty sure everybody on Music Row has a 95.5. And that's shit. you know, and you're getting your money last too. If they give you a $200,000 advance and you spend $100,000 on a music video, when you drop that music video, they're gonna take their cut first, then they're gonna take the money you spent, and then they'll give you your money, which is not gonna be shit by the time you're done. So Jelly Roll coming into it already having a fan base, already having money, already having things that he can invest with, you know, whether that be finances or time or people, staff. It doesn't matter. Jelly Roll came in and swamped the entire mainstream industry because he already had an army behind him, and that's us. That's all of us.
You know, he literally is. I mean, everyone wants to talk about Upskirt, but literally, Jelly Roll came from the bottom, and literally the bottom.
Yeah, and I mean,
independent artist that
Upskirt
nobody
did not do it by
knew.
himself. He was signed to a label. It was an independent label called Redneck Nation Records.
Yep.
People, I don't know. People forget about it. People forget about a lot of shit, which is wild to me.
I'm like, Jelly started, yes, Lil White helped him for sure, but Jelly Roll was already starting rapping.
Yeah, he had like 2 mixtapes out by the time White got his hands on him, man.
Right. And so, like, he already put his foot in the door, and then, you know, fucking Jelly Roll became who he is now. Look at Ryan. You got a whole different story. And it's crazy how the two played out, because Ryan could be sitting at where Jelly is.
Man, I guess that's the difference between Cheatham County and Antioch.
Hey, 4 years ago, we would have thought it would be Ryan.
Yeah, man.
Not gonna
and that's
lie,
the saddest part.
Right. But a lot of that happens, like we said. The crash outs and everything, bad for business. Things like this.
See, well, yeah, that's a perfect example, man. And it's like his old lady ain't doing shit to stop him. Shit, matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Ripta said some shit. He was like, he's only present for his kid when he shows it on camera. That's about like so.
Oh, I
thought that was
so. I don't know.
Word.
Earlier today, I was on some panels. One was Triple T. Ryan came into the panel, and I was like, why? I was like, bro, don't talk shit, because he was trying to talk shit about me. And I was like, don't talk shit, bro. You're on Instagram more than you spend time with your daughter. I don't even want to hear about you, bro. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude. Well, okay. My thing with Ryan is he got mad because there were people who chose peace before they chose a side, which is just like, what the fuck is what is that? But I saw this shit coming a long time ago, man. The first interview I ever did was with Vic XL on Country Rap Report or Riding Dirty Radio. It's one or the other. I know I got it pinned on my YouTube. But in that interview, in the first interview I ever did, I had one fucking song out. And he was like, if you ever had a chance to do a song with Ryan Upchurch, would you? And I was like, no, I wouldn't. And that shit floored him. But I was like, dude, did anybody forget what the fuck happened to Katie and Chase? Who wants to work with him? Because the only people that have continued to work with him for a long period of time have all done what to this point, right? And that was still just a handful of people. There's a bunch of other smaller artists that he worked with and that worked with him that got shit on and sent to the gutter. Yep. Chase got shunned out. Katie got shunned out. Nobody showed Katie any love, bro. Nobody.
No. That was ruthless.
So why would I want to sign myself up for that? And not 2 or 3 months later, man, that shit cracked off. Everything cracked off, and I was like, wow, what perfect timing. Because I was in the middle of a break, if you would, because of management. And I had the wrong people making the wrong decisions for me and shit. Just, coming in, being an ignorant artist. Yeah. During that time, I sat and watched all this shit unfold. And right after those 2 hurricanes hit in Tennessee and North Carolina and fucking Alabama and Georgia, it started getting real heavy. And so down in Alabama, I very vaguely called out everybody who I thought needed to be called out, but I didn't name any names. But a lot of people thought that I was talking about Struggle Jennings because of the cowboy hat and shit like this and the chains. But I was really going for people like NBA Youngboy, who started popping out in camo head to toe, posing with some random white family in Ohio for Christmas pictures. Then you got Shabusi popping out of nowhere. Like if you research Shabusi before he popped off, that is not what he used to wear. That is not how he used to kick it or get down or nothing. So it was a Post Malone, Shabusi, NBA Youngboy, like all these people who just like out of nowhere came out with a fucking bottle of beer and a cowboy hat, and now they're boot scooting boogieing all across fucking Nashville. Yeah, that's who I was talking to. And the point that I was trying to get across in that song was country ain't pretty. Period. That shit is ruthless, ugly, raw, fucking like being country person is not like, cutlass, just well dressed all the fucking time. I mean, like I walk out of the house in boots, shorts, and a fucking hoodie. We don't get down like that. And so I had to bring it back to
my jeans be having the paint from the fucking 2 jobs that I
like I was like when I'm talking about mama's in the park leaning hard on the juice, talking about like this kid's mom is walking around the trailer park leaned over on heroin and fentanyl, bro. Like, this shit really happens out here. It's not, we ain't out here putting on belt buckles and going and hitting a shindig and shit. Like, what the fuck? That's not what we do. If anything, we're trying to keep the motherfucking lights on.
Yeah.
So, I was pissed off and I dropped that, and then I wound up in the Country Rap Fighters mixtape field mix 13 hosted by Simple Man. And then I also got put into it was like 2 mixtapes, but they were all about Dismiss and like the country rap bullshit that was going on. And that's what put me on the map, that happening. My song was at the very bottom, but it was in mixtapes with Adam, Ryan, Hard Target, Simple Man, Forgiato Blow, Rocky Luciano, Shaka Hustle, all these people who had something to say during that time and they were dropping music. I got put in with that mix, and that's what really kicked my career off, man. And that's how Chop Easy found me and Triple T found me, and but it really all started with Vic XL, man. Like if I had to give it to one certain channel that found me and gave me a platform to take advantage of and try to give myself the opportunity to put my music out there in a better way, a more productive way, it was Vic XL for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I had this explanation with a artist the other day. I said, so we were talking about interviews and YouTube channels and reaction channels and numbers, right? Like a bigger channel versus a smaller channel like mine. And I was like, do you think it's worth doing interviews with a smaller channel? And their response was interesting. It was kind of cool to hear, because he was like, yeah, because if I do these smaller channels, there's more likely that I'm not getting those people that are on those big channels. These are random people that these people know or have built. So it's the subgenres of those big channels. So my name is still getting out there and is getting pushed. Not to mention, when I get to know these small channels, they're more humble to me coming for this interview, and they're more appreciative of it. And I get to watch that growth with them and grow with them. So that's a different experience than someone that already has that platform that's building you.
That's a great angle on it, for sure.
So since going that route with that, what is your views on when you're doing promoting for yourself on social media, going for interviews or reactions, if you will? What is your
beliefs on it, what would you feel like your go for is?
Well, of course, there's benefit in working with big channels and stuff like that. There's, we don't even have to speak on that. The algorithm, it will do its thing if they have the following and stuff, of course. But when it comes to the smaller channels, I feel like the interaction is very important because, especially for this genre, like we're talking country rap,
Yeah.
or the country rap lane, or however you want to, hip hop. It's one of those things where we have it at our disposal now, and we have it for a long time. So the way I would elaborate it is, if I gave you all the tools to build a house, would you use all the tools to make it easier on you, or would you consciously choose to not use this tool and this tool and this tool because you don't think it's worth your time? Now you're going to be struggling even more. Is, like, you have this at your disposal. It's like, trying to set up your plate, man. Like, of course, big channels are going to help. We'll call that the protein, right? But you still have a lot of other things that are very important. These smaller channels that are subs, sub channels to the bigger ones, whether they're doing reactions or interviews or live streams, doesn't really matter. Just, being able to be present and show that you give a fuck, because there are people out there who get a fucking entitlement issue. I've already dealt with plenty of that, where it's like, oh, you should be playing my music anyway, or you should have already like clipped that into a file, or blah 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 blah. I'll show up to Chaotic in them and watch their stream while they're, the ride home, and I'll send them music and stuff that, I don't expect them to have it, and they'll ask me like, hey, send something in. And I'll try to send as much as I can, but it's also, when it comes to the big channels and the small channels for the streaming and the lives and the reactions, what also really matters is, if a fan messages you or a fan drops a comment, you need to respond to that message, or you need to respond to that comment. You need to interact with these people, because your music is not going to go anywhere if you just play it for your fucking self. You know what I mean? So the only reason that I can continue, and the only reason I feel a need to continue, is because there are people like you out here and people in this chat out here that do like my music, do listen to my music, or resonate with it, or just simply want to, learn about, there's people out there who don't listen to any mainstream. They intentionally go and look for the underground stuff. Those people too. You got to be interactive. I think that was one of the most, that's the most memorable thing about Big Smoke. And I think that really had an influence on how I viewed this genre as a young kid, because I was 13, 14 years old, texting Big Smoke's Instagram, not really expecting a response, because he's like the biggest fucking celebrity to me, because I had listened to country rap as a kid. And then he responds, and I have a 5-minute text conversation with somebody that I idolize. I'm 13. That's good. That was really good for me. That was good for my mental. I think that it definitely played a subconscious role in how I viewed the genre, or how I viewed myself coming into the genre. But it also gave me a perspective on the fact that, Smo has a diehard ass fan base like Kinfolk. And that's why, is because he's interactive with his people. What I usually do is, if I have anything coming, like, I don't have a broadcast chat or anything like that, where like a news chat. I don't have one of those. I need to. But if I have anything before I post it, I'll send, like Slinko's family, Stone Panda, Mud Daddy and Chaotic, Chop, Triple T. All these people are getting it first before I post it. I try to. I think about my supporters. I think about the people who show up for me. And I pay a really close attention to these chats too, because I see a lot of people in the chats that will be on my YouTube comments and my Instagram comments and my Facebook and shit like that. So it's a real community, but you cannot benefit from the community if you're not a part of the community.
100%. I believe that.
So you gotta show the love that you're getting.
Networking.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And if you're not willing to do that, this shit ain't for you. I mean, like, you got to show the love you're getting, or you're not gonna get any love. If you're, Upskirt's a pretty good example of that one. So, I mean, his numbers ain't lying, yo.
Yeah, for real though. So we got about it's been about an hour 20. I try to keep it around an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. So this within those last little bit, this is your time. This is your time to shine. You can play some music. You can promote what you got going on. Talk about whatever it is. This is all you, my guy.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you having me up here. I really appreciate it. I love the backdrop you got going on. This shit's dope.
Thank you, man.
And shout out everybody in the chat. I can't see the chat right now, but shout out to the motherfucking chat. So right now, man, is it's really just grind time for me. I like to get down in the winter. That's when I dropped In the Bottom and Down in Alabama and all these songs that everybody knows and loves from me. Wintertime is definitely the season that I feel like I can get busy. So I got a lot of things coming. A lot of people have been asking what I'm going to be coming with, just because Last Laugh was such a hey, there we go, Raj Wax, hey, RMR. A lot of people, were confused about Last Laugh because it's definitely left field for what I'm usually doing and what I'm producing. But I will be doing a mixture of songs like that, and I'm going to be singing a lot more. I've got a song called The End of the Road. It's a fucking heater. It's a heater. It probably doesn't even need but one verse unless I wanted to extend it, because the hook is really just what does it and brings it all together. I've got a song called Your Eyes. I have a song called Reloaded. Like, they're gas, man. I've got a lot of good ones coming. Not necessarily everyone is going to come with a video immediately. They will soon, but I'm also kind of testing the waters with my release style and stuff like that. Taking some of Hard Target's advice and mixing it with a little bit of Justin Time's advice. May be a good move, may not be, but we'll see. I've already restarted 3 times, so yeah, it's like fuck it. We here anyway. I ain't got no plan B, no backup plan or nothing like that. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm gonna still drop the music. Everybody still got something to listen to, and I'll go from there. I guess what I want to do, there's a song that I did with Colt Montgomery that hasn't gotten a whole lot of airtime, man, because I released it in an album format, so it didn't say featuring Colt Montgomery on there or anything, but it's called Copper Lines. It's out of the In the Beginning EP. I really love that song. Bubba Sparks was supposed to have my verse on that song. I came and took it.
It was Copper Lines, you said?
Copper Lines, yeah.
Right.
That was supposed to be Bubba Sparks on there, but I pulled up at Colt's house and we probably recorded 5 songs in a day. Colt Montgomery got me totally fucking wasted, and I still haven't forgiven you, Colt. This man handed me some of the strongest moonshine I've ever drank in my life. I didn't even get a bite out of my steak. I was on the back porch throwing the fuck up. And then Colt carried me to my car.
That's great.
Hell yeah. So shout out Colt. I really love
yeah.
this song. Yeah, man, Copper Lines.
Let's get it.
Every single day, living by my way, so Georgia's where my heart lays. Got Georgia on the mind all the time. time. Now me and Bubba about to do some time in the pines. So deep where your trucks can't go. Gotta walk a mile to get to where the creek runs cold. In the Bonnie 5, washing blood stains off the clothes with the mash. We've been cooking since days of old. Two-stepping in the George Clay. Got blood on my boots, you know we don't play. Now in the pine every single day. We watch a couple drip business on the fade. Two-stepping in the George Clay. Got blood on my boots, you know we don't play. Out in the pines every single day. But we watch a couple drip as the moon fades.
The smell of the mash way out in the pine, side of the mountain or something you'll find. A couple of guys that's walking the line, they're making the liquor, making the shine. Watch that line drip, mind how you sip. What's coming out of it, something divine. Mind your own business, stick to the code. I know that none of my people have told. Way down in Georgia, bitter and cold. We never speaking on something we know. Call him a wallet, where did he fold? Watching it drip till the copper is cold. Mendo and cold, tight as a boat. Cold in the summer, so grab you a coat. Dumping your body, watching it float. Shouldn't have come fucking with the goat. Hey.
Two-stepping in the George Clay. Got blood on my boots, you know we don't play. Out in the pine every single day. We watch a couple drip business on the fade. Two-stepping in the George Clay. Got blood on my boots, you know we don't play. Out in the pines every single day. But we watch a couple drip as the moon fades.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out Copper Still Infantry.
That's a banger.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a banger, bro. I fuck with Colt Montgomery. He's dope, man. I always give him shit though. I call him the Timu version of Jason Aldean.
Yeah, man.
That's kind of
I call him Luke Brush instead of Luke Collins.
That's great too. Yeah, I like that. That's funny. But let me get ready to end this stream here. You can shout out to anybody you got to give shout outs to real quick, and then I'll talk to you for a minute in the backstage. And then
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out the judge. Shout out Alicia. HBR, I see you. Meg, I see you. Destiny, I see you. Misty, Spencer's Drink Reviews. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, that came to support. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for letting me up here. It was a dope interview. You had some dope questions, man.
thank you for giving me your time to come up here, man. I'm not a big channel, like I said. It's just I like to do this, man. I don't get any money from
absolutely, man. It was a good time, good questions. I feel like it was one of the better interviews that I've done for sure, man. Small channel or not. So shout out to you.
Appreciate you, Bubba, man. Appreciate the compliments. I do my best. By the way, I don't write anything down. This is all off the top of the head. If you didn't know, I do all
even better, bro. Hell yeah, man. You're doing your damn thing for sure.
This is every time authentic right off the bat. I just look up some shit about you, look up your music, and then I come up with questions as I'm talking to you, and I'm like, hey, these are the things that I think people want to know or I want to know, and engage the conversation from there. So that it's always been fun doing it that way. I feel like it's more authentic than a script and just plain old like regular interviews that I've seen on YouTube that are just like kind of the normal questions, if you will. I'd rather just cater it to the artist, if you will. So
hell yeah, man.
I appreciate everybody all for coming out. As always, we always end it with the same old saying, right? If you haven't done it, talk to somebody you care about, love about, and let them know that you love them and care about them. Mental health is a big ass thing, affects everyone around us. The easiest way to combat about it is just being there for someone. And better yet, why don't you just go get some groceries, make dinner with them tomorrow, and have a full ass dinner? Because guess what? It's just a little bit of time. You make some great memories, and you may just save a life and make somebody feel loved and important. And also, if you're out and about tomorrow and you see someone having a hard time, give them a reason to smile. I love y'all. Until the next one, it will be tomorrow, 9 o'clock, same channel. We have Larry Del Reed's Space Dad coming up. Appreciate you. All right, 1 second, Bubba.